Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video I am going to show you how I will go about using some bits and pieces. These have been sourced from Janie's Originals in a live sale, but I'm going to be using other things, some from her, probably mostly from her, but other bits and pieces that I have, just to show you the sorts of things I do, because I think one of the biggest questions is always, well, yes, I can make it, I can follow the instructions to make it. It's the decorating the inside. What do I do then? So I thought, having previously shown you how to make the actual journal, we'll now have a look at how I would then start adding pieces to it. Now, the first thing I would say is you need to decide what's it for. Is it going to be a gift for someone, for them to add things to? Is it going to be a gift for someone that you're going to put things in for them? Or is it just going to be a beautiful piece of artwork with all the nice bits of ephemera, which is what this will be. It's not specifically for anybody. And once you know what you're aiming for, then you can decide how to go about it. Now, if I was doing this for a friend, maybe for a birthday, and then I might pick out photos of her or him, or then us together, things we've done, places they like to go, and I would use I would add those into my my journal. But this is just going to be a nice pretty one. I chose this to be the opening page, and I do not want to do anything on that. You don't have to decorate every page. So I'm just going to turn that over. And I'm just going to concentrate on, I always tend to do a double page. So I'm going to concentrate on these two pieces. Okay. Now, I've already picked out a doily. I think I'd like a doily on here. And I think this is too small for an envelope, so we're not going to go for an envelope. But we might have, I think maybe we'll look at cards. I do quite like these round cards. I love that. Okay. Now, I'm already thinking now, do I want to stick that down, or do I want this as a card? To be able to be, and I'm wondering whether I might be able to find something to make a little pocket there. Okay. Now, this is where, you've got these bits and pieces, but look into your stash, because I'm already thinking about what I could do here. Yeah, this is where you have to excuse me. I do start to go quiet once I start doing these things. Or maybe I might use this. This is a again, this is from the cards. I think this did it come out of this one or this one. I can't remember. I think I've mixed them up a bit. I might use that and decorate this to be on there. Yes, we'll go with that. But obviously, I would imagine, and I'm not going to presume, and I'm sorry if I am presuming, that a lot of you are crafters of varying sorts. So you've done various bits of things before. And I am sure that somewhere in your stash, you will have things that you can start to bring in to add to your journal. So I'm talking things like scraps of paper, old toppers, fussy cut things, die cut bits and pieces that perhaps you've saved, you've not used on a particular project that you saved. You might have scraps of fabric. I have things like tags. I keep a lot of blank tags, some that I buy, some that I use my dies to cut. I have shapes, little card shapes again that I die cut. And ribbon and just bits and pieces. It's whatever you have. Now, obviously, I'm going to be using what I've got, but I don't want you to think, oh, okay, I need to have this, I need to have that. I have what I have because it's what I like using. You might go, oh, well, I've got something similar to that I could perhaps try. And then, have a go. So, I am, oh, bear with me. I've got lots of boxes here. Sorry. Right, this is my tin of bits and pieces that I've had they're all from Janie in one way or another. They may be her prints, they may be things that she's sold die cut wise. You can see I've already made some clusters. All sorts of nice bits, nice bright. I quite like those. Old bits of paper. Let me cut that off. For me, if I'm decorating something, it's a case of trying things. So I'm just literally having a look through. What a couple of those. I don't know what they're from Jane, but they're quite pretty. I might use those behind. So you're trying things out. Do you like what you've got there? Like I said, I do love my florals. I think that's too big for this particular thing. So those. So I can book bits. I've got some. These are fabric transfers. Transfer some that were not so successful. So they've just gone in the box of possibles at a later date. Some little, it might be quite nice. These are on quite a lightweight paper. So Janie does ephemera packs, which I will link. Where things on different kind of. Now I know those aren't Janie. Oh no, they're not Janie's particular design, but I know it was a die cut sheet from Janie. This box is very Janie. These were pop outs from something that I got from Janie. I quite like those. I mean, some of this I might end up not using, but I'm just playing around, just opening my box, seeing what I've got, seeing what I think might work. I think those are too big. I quite like that. I feel like I want to cover this a bit more with a bit of collage. I'm still debating whether I want to put a pocket here for that and how I would do that. So I'm just going to kind of just these things back so I know they're together. I do try and keep things together. What else have I got? The bits in this folder are from Janie that I've cut out again, but they were too big for that box. I do like the tape measures. So we might get the tape measures out and use those. Get a couple of those out. What else have I got in here? Yeah, that might look nice actually. I'll cover that with that. I'll keep that out for the minute. Sometimes you look at the card and think, well, why am I covering it? Oh, those are nice little envelopes. Get those out. That's entirely up to you if you're thinking, well, I don't know that I want to cover it. But sometimes I use things like this just as a base because I'm not sure that I would use it for as it is. Do you know what I mean? Unless I had something to do with the library. Right, there's got lots of stuff in here that I've not cut out. I just need to have a cutting out session. Now these are quite interesting. This is in Janie's vintage ephemera pack, which I will saying I will. What was it? I will link in my description. I like these. I sometimes forget what I've got because, you know, demonstrating and being an ambassador for Janie means I do have lots of bits and pieces and I use parts and then forget what I've got. But I think we're all like that as crafters, aren't we? We go, oh, I want that. You buy it. You don't immediately use it and then it kind of gets put underneath something else and you forget about it. So I'm just cutting out. I'm not sure. I'm thinking now I would think maybe I want the lady in red to go with that red, but I might have the king over here. This vintage ephemera pack from Janie is nice because it has it has different textures. So this is printed on quite a matte kind of creamy base thing. There's things printed on newsprint, so you get different kind of weights and textures and finishes. So okay, so I kind of like the idea of that one. I'm still not sure whether I want that, whether I want to decorate this side. I love that. What I'm going to do is just remove that off because I'm going to focus on this side first. I'm getting there. I want some paper. I want a bit of backing paper. So I get a couple of things from my Janie stash. One is my scraps. I don't always keep my scraps because sometimes I just have too many, but these are nice kind of large ones. In fact, and the other one is an old Lucky Dip. She does just Lucky Dip packs where exactly what it says. It gives you a bit of a it gives you a bit of a what's the word? A look at the kinds of things you can get from Janie without buying a complete collection. Now, in here, I realised I've got some masterboards and what I call collage strip. I'm going to get those out as well. Now, I have a video somewhere on how to do these things. Basically, this is a piece of paper or card, and this is just offcuts from Janie's, and you just stick them on randomly. Stick them on. Bits of washi tape, that looks like. And then you can cut into them. I find those really good, so we're going to perhaps use those. There's another one there. I'll try and link the video where I made those. I've got some scraps of vintage paper, and I had some scraps left over from making the wakey from making the actual signatures. I'm just having a look here. Now these scraps, I would probably be making more of those. In fact, one thing I think I might do. Quite like the idea of putting that one on there. So we'll keep that one out as well for the minute. Right, now what I might do is take that and that off. Don't be afraid to go, no, that's not working, start again. I'm going to see if that not quite big enough. I might go on this. I put that on there and then use that across the bottom just to cover that last bit up. And by using these kind of master boards, see that's this one, that's an Amazon envelope. That's just on the back of a piece of an Amazon envelope. Use these. The idea is you make with the strips, you just do strips. With the masterboards, you make a big one and then cut into it. So I'm just deciding, do I want to use? Oh, I think what I'm going to do is we're going to use this. So I'm going to cut across there. So all at the same kind of level. I'm going to give that a nice straight edge with my so this is my very old guillotine, just because I kind of want a nice straight edge. Excuse me, it's going to fall now. I can feel it. So I get a nice straight edge going into there. That's why I did that. And what we'll do is we'll use the scissors when we've actually stuck that down. So I will definitely make the effort to link where I've shown how to make collage strips and things, because it takes, I think I've got a block nozzle. It takes the like now the thought of, oh, what do I put here, what do I put there, it takes that out. Oh, there's a little bit of a blockage there, because you've already got a pre-made collage ready to go. So we're going to put that in there up to the top of that page. I'm going to turn it so that I make sure I slide that in and get that down like so. So it hasn't quite gone up into the thing, but I slide it a bit more. Yes, I'm going to slide it a little bit more there. There we go. And then I'm going to just trim that up like that. Like so. And I think I'll use this thin one just to cover that bottom piece there. So again, let's just put a bit of glue up to there. And so, and then I'm going to cut that bit more. So it wasn't what I thought I'd start with. When I really remembered, found them, I'm really quite pleased, because now I've got that lovely like collage in the background. I hadn't had to think too much about it. I'm still loving this. Still not sure what to do about this in terms of fixing it down. I do like the frying trapeze lady there. And, right, let's think. What else would I want to put on here? Now, washi tape is always a good thing if you've got washi tape. See if I can find my washi tape. Go with me. This one. No. Washi tape. So, what do I fancy? I've got the music down here. Maybe we'll use a little bit of the music washi tape. Now, I'm going to have to make a decision now. I think I'm going to fix the this down. I have got a fine nozzle, one of these, and as in I put some into a fine nozzle, which would be better, but I'm just going to go with it. I don't, if you want it to be completely stuck, then by all means, like I would use more of maybe a spray adhesive. I'm not worried if it's not completely stuck down. It gives it a little bit of movement then. So we're going to go like that. So that's there. Okay. And I know I'm going to go with you there. So what did I do with that washi tape there? I think just going to bring a bit of that washi tape down. Yeah, I'm just going to rip it. And you can use cut ends if you prefer. And I'm going to try and keep these simple. Sometimes I get very like this and like this, but sometimes I think that's what worries people. You don't need to add a lot. So at the moment, what I've added is this collage piece, which I will link you to, so you know how to do it. I've used a doily, and a couple of ephemera pieces that I've got, and a piece of washi tape. I might get, what other washi tape have I got? What else do we use? I've got, oh look, I've got one that's actually a tape measure as well, so we could use a little bit of that to add in some extra interest down there. Just go with a little bit there, a little bit down there. Right, so I'm still wanting my little red card in the middle, I think, because it's on my hoop. She's upside down on my trapeze lady. But I'm thinking is this is a thin piece, isn't it? Did I cut that off of there? Don't think that's going to work. No. I was thinking perhaps about a belly band. Do you know what? No, I just like that. I think I'm just going to like that as it is, as that. What I am going to find. Oh, this is something else I have a bit of a weakness for, is lace. I do like a piece of lace. Janie does some bundles sometimes on live sales. I'm going very geometric here. I quite like that bit. I want a little bit that's yeah. Some of this is old, some of this is not old. No, that's too thick. I want a thin piece. Some of it I've got from Janie, some of it I've got from like little emporium places. That one's quite nice. Maybe that could go underneath there. And there. So I'm just trying things out. Just, do you like it? Do you not like it? Like that. I'm not actually. I'm feeling like I've got too many straight lines. Maybe I need some more circles. Let's put the lace away. So don't overthink, right? I've made that decision, it needs to stay. You can always change your mind. So circle, what am I looking at? Right. You might notice I am a bit of a tin freak. Everything, not everything, but a lot of my bits and pieces are stored in tins, some modern, some vintage, like this lovely tea tin. And in this lovely tea tin, I have my die cuts. As in, I sometimes I spend time, I get all sort of odds and ends of bits of card that I don't want, don't use, and I use my little dies from my card making years to cut shape. You can see I've got ovals, I've got circles. Just felt everything just then was just getting a little bit linear. And maybe we needed something a bit more, some more round shapes to go with this. Make it a little more round and bubbly. Maybe put that red, maybe more that red. No, no, no. Sometimes when you try something, you're like, no. What else have we got? It looks like I need to at some point have another die cutting session. I'm quite liking that with some more circles. Looks less like all straight lines now. I've got lots of circles going on. Right, so let's put those back in the tin. But if you are a card maker and you know, you have all these little dies, use them, use up all your scraps. Let's make some bits and pieces. Okay. Right, so I think I'm going to commit and I'm going to start sticking this stuff down, because sometimes if you don't, you end up a bit, oh, if you stick it down. Now, what I try to do, and it's not always easy, is I then try to go, I think, right, let's start from the back. So I'll make sure I'm getting them where I wanted them. And then more underneath. This one's underneath, so I'll do this one as well. There, right. And stick that one under so I know it's under that corner of the card. And then that one's going under there. Oh no, we need to, right, now I do need to take bits off. So this is going, don't be afraid to just go, right, you know what, we're just going to use this as a beautiful topper there. I think sometimes we go, oh no, you know, if I stick it down, if you don't want to stick it down, don't. Make a pocket. And if you don't, you know, and if you are into, you know, if you want to get more into sort of decorating cards, there's loads of challenges at the moment, a lot of auto playing card challenges out there. So it's well worth having a look at some of those. I want to put that there. Do I really? Do I want to put that there? It might go underneath now, having had that on the top. That's the trouble when you start moving things. You go, oh, actually, maybe we'll put that there. Okay. So I'm liking that a bit more because now it's not all so linear. Okay. So what I'm feeling now is that I do want something. So I'm going to go back to this. Oh, I think I've just, hopefully you're still there. Yes, I've just knocked something on my desk and it seemed to disappear. Or not that one, this one. So I'm going to have a look and see if I've got something that would fit. No, too pink. That one might work. See, I quite like that. That's adding something there. What else have we got in here? Like I say, these were cut for a totally different project, but now, see, that's too blue. But now, you know, I've got the potential of using them here. One more one. Go there. What have we got? What have we got in here? I often start with a plan and then the plan just kind of goes a bit pop, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. I've got things in here that are stuck. And it's annoying me because it might be the one thing I want. No. Another dark butterfly. No. I'll sort those out in a minute. What's I got in here that might go? What have we got here? No. No, no, no. Oh, maybe that one. Oh, now I'm liking that because that's going with the red of that card. Hmm. That's where I do start to go, oh, wow. Oh, maybe even. Earlier I said these were too big, and now I'm like, I'm not sure. I quite like this. I never know with some of these which way around they're supposed to go. I think it's like that. I don't know. Thinking the butterflies, I think those are too big and blowsy for it. And the other decision I've made is I'm not going to touch that one today. I'm just going to stick with this one, something that you can see something finished. Now, the one other thing that I have bought, not from Janie, I like to have words. Sometimes sorry, brain's gone. Sometimes just, a word or a quote. But I have kind of got words and quote stickers that are nothing to do with Janie. And I always find that I need, personally, that's how I always like to finish my thing. So I'm just going to find my box. Okay, so this is my box with, as you can see, these are from old Hunky Dory kits. These are what they Happy Planner ones, and also I know that you've got the Tim Holtz ones. These ones are similar to the Tim Holtz type words, more from Happy Planner, very old rub-on ones, from scrapbook pages, all sorts of bits, words, and excuse me, that's my pen just making a noise. I do feel like I like to have something. So I'm going to look on the black. I don't know if you can hear my dog is barking. Somebody's just come to the door. And actually, I quite like that one. Let's go with that one. I just like this kind words cost nothing. I'm just going to leave it at that. So yeah, that's all I would do. And I think what I'll do is I'll just do when I'll try and do some more of these, but I'll only do one piece at a time, so we're not getting ourselves too confused. So I used a piece of masterboard, which is just like a big collage. I used a doily, which was from one of Janie's packs, but you can get those all over the place. A card, playing cards, some little fussy cut bits. These are fussy cut, some washi tape, and some words. So yeah, so that's my first little thing in here. I'm going to keep going, putting out these little videos. I don't know whether I'll do all of them. I've got a lot of pages here, but if I get the odd 5 minutes, I'll do another one, and then we'll see how we go. And hopefully it'll give you some inspiration as how to decorate inside your journals. Thank you for joining me.